Tidying up a little extra business here. Yeah, if it would just do that automatically, it would be so much better. But, that's the rigmarole. But we'll take care of this little tidbit as I put the super tip link in each of the platform. If it'll load, and then that'll be there for anyone's convenience. But yeah, oh boy, I guess it was a big day for Toe, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah. Somehow he'll get a win out of it, I'm sure. But what can I possibly add to this? Not a whole lot, but I can draw, characters and whatnot. So I'll do my little part. Um, oh look, it's me. There's going to be a bit delay from the video so that I can make my super tip thing work. There's a better way to do it, but I'm too stupid to figure it out. And at this point, it's not happening. So that's the deal. You'll notice, am I pointing it right? Yeah. Down there, right there. There's Toe in his black suit, frowning as he walks toward court. Now, this is actually a drawing from an earlier court appearance where he actually had this blue suit, and boy, that's a seems it wasn't that long ago, really, but it seems like a long time ago, as this whole saga unfolded. And so I did capture a Photoshop of him doing that. He was, stepping along with this frown and this is serious. And stepping over to court and all that, which he immediately screwed up the good graces of the courtroom there, which got him to where he is now, and so on and so forth. So, this time around, he was in a black suit. And thanks to Mersh, I now have the song, Papa's Got a Brand New Bag from Reservoir Dogs, because he was walking, except, not as cool as the characters from the film. But nevertheless, it kind of fit. So did some Photoshops of him too, and I'll give an overview of those later. But in the meantime, turns out that guy Schizo, Sean, was there doing his coverage of this news event, And so that's, I guess he's the one responsible for the footage of him going into the courthouse and stuff. But apparently, he asked for the deputies to escort him or give him protection from Schizo Sean. Yeah. The guy in the bunny suit. Now, I don't have very many images. I only saw one, so I probably won't get it as accurately as one should. But I decided to kind of do a representation of this moment, So I guess on this end will be the Schizo Sean character. And I don't know. I just assume he was wearing shorts. Even though, we're in the fall now, and it might be a little chilly, but he probably prefers that. I'm just guessing. And so here will be his arm extending as he holds up his phone to, capture this historic event. So what I saw is he had almost like a cloak with the bunny head on top. So there's one rabbit ear. There's another one like that, I think. And then he's, I don't know, some bearded guy with glasses. Right? That's pretty much the extent of physical appearance knowledge on the guy. So I apologize for not getting complete accuracy on that. But there you go. See? The guy in the bunny suit. But I don't know. That scared Aaron. He was upset about it and had to run to the deputies. So he did. And they're like, oh, all right. And the deputies I saw were escorting him into the door. There was two shots of him. He's walking in. He goes in the door. It didn't open at first, and then it did. And then later there was another shot where the deputies were there with him as he walked out. So I'm not sure which. Was there a recess or something? And he came back? I don't know. But anyway. So let's see. We'll draw the male deputy. There was a woman and a man. From what I could see, both were, somewhat elderly. But that's the protection you get. So there's like, hey, bunny man, you stop right there. Something like that. Probably not. They're probably like, yeah, whatever. I don't know what the hell this is. It's just like, oh, jeez. But no, this is a, a devil for Devilverse News, an esteemed journalist who has gotten an awful lot of coverage on the saga of Steel Toe. Without him, we never would have heard all the great antics of the 10th anniversary celebration and whatnot. All that goodness. I wasn't going to let everybody get to hear it all, but fortunately, Mr. Schizo Sean, he was able to get it. So there you go. And, well, after hearing, I can understand why, you might not want that. But anyway, that's part of his credits and background. And there he was covering this latest development as Steel Toe gets 15 days in jail. Now, there is this strange discrepancy that keeps coming up where he and others are claiming he's only going to do 8 days. And, oh, really? Yeah, because he gets 2 days off his time served. Well, I'm no mathematician. And yes, I'm aware of movie math, but movie math is not born in reality and has no effect on legalities and court decisions and law and stuff. So anyway, that doesn't add up to 8 days. Where do you would need 5 more to be time served to knock it down from 15 to 8. So, hey, it's a curiosity, but I don't know. He seems to think it's only going to be 8 days. And then it's like, he only goes to jail on the weekends and then he gets out rather than just getting it all over with, But, yeah, I guess that's part of the deal. So, of course, all the usual jokes, soap dropping and all of those shenanigans. Well, you got to expect that, it's all good, clean fun. And this somehow will be a win for the Toe. It doesn't seem like it, but what do I know? So here we go, so that we can illustrate that he wanted protection from the bunny man. Now, you know how some kids can get traumatized by clowns and stuff because they're really creepy looking. I don't know anybody who still sees clowns as something joyful and nice and stuff. They are pretty creepy and have since become the stuff of villainy and monsters and whatnot. So maybe it's the same thing with some guy in a bunny suit that this really disturbs Steel Toe. And oh man, he sees somebody dressed up like that, and he just can't hack it. You know, I mean, it's like, oh my god, no, not that, anything but that. So it's like, go ahead and lock me up. Just keep that thing away. Yeah. Oh no, not that. I gotta. No, not that. Uh, there, that makes it look more like he's really panicked. A toe in distress. You know. Yeah, I gotta move on in here. And let's see. Get this. I mean, let's just all admit it. Toe is the star of the show here. He's going to have to deal with that. Um, there we go. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh wait, I didn't do his shoes right. Yeah, he had these like really pointy toes, you know. So I mean, he's almost like hobnail boots. Almost they came up, you know. They'd be like hobnail boots, like a court jester, otherwise known as the fool. You know, something like that. All right, there we are outside the courthouse rather. Yeah. Now you had to do, I don't know, was it even an hour in jail last time? But court was not happy with him because he's so damn arrogant and makes a mockery of the whole thing. And you go up there and you say, I'm really sorry. I'm a changed man. I'm not that guy anymore. And I feel awful about what I did. And all that type of stuff, you know. Then you go on your live stream and crap all over it. Well, that's not going to go over well, you know. And so you essentially got that. Uh, it doesn't help that you have supposedly a really dear good friend running around and also making a horrendous mockery of the whole thing. But the more you play into it, you can't really blame anyone else. So that's a problem. So here we go. Where do you think you're going there, bunny man? Hey, the people have a right to the truth. Something like that, you know. But he got to go into the courthouse, so I don't know. Yeah, was he allowed to wear the bunny thing and everything? that, that would be hilarious. But yeah, his attitude about all this is just, well, it was just the wrong attitude. Now, some of that is like, I gotta wonder what exactly was the legal advice to him. I mean, it wouldn't have made any difference, but still, was there? I mean, it's like, look, what did I tell you? I told you to shut up, and well, yeah, and it's like, good Lord. Your Honor, my client's an idiot. Um, for God's sakes, of course, idiocy is no excuse for violations of the law. So it's just another moment of humiliation for the toe. But anyway, claims he's found God, and so that's why he's really changed. Uh, some restrictions on alcohol. I didn't know. I didn't really pay that much of attention. I didn't know that was an issue uh, for the toe. Either that or that's the excuse um, for his behavior. Oh, I was drunk. Well, guess what you got to stop doing? Oh, but um, and that's another thing that was tossed around, that can't drink for a year or some crap like that. I don't know. Maybe so, but really the main discrepancy was this claim that it's only 8 days. And maybe it is, but the math, uh, somebody got that wrong, because it's just not accurate. So it um, was the original sentence 15 days. You know? And so if time served, it doesn't make much sense to say time served was 2 days. You mean 7? 7 days time served? Or, you suspended it, or I don't know. We'll flip a kill, yeah. Yes. Yes. But gonna go to jail for some amount of time. It'll be longer than the last time. Yeah, I sent a super tip to Mercer's show and said that with using the steel toe voice, because see, this could be his going into the wilderness to become spiritually aware and stuff, and then he comes back and he's all about reading the Bible and stuff. That could be something. He's a changed man, and there you go. So then he'll be on the path to righteousness, and it really is a win, not just for the toe, but for everybody. Is that how it'll work? I mean, he wouldn't just make that stuff up, would he? No. All right. And I'm sure this has all been a very humbling experience. And he's like, man, I got to change my outlook on life. I really just got to be a better guy and just stop being such an asshole about everything. You know? Surely that'll be the ultimate outcome of this whole sad ordeal. Sad in some ways, but also hilarious. You know? There we go. But a lot of this is like, if he's going to jail, oh, come on. Uh, but because of it was mostly his attitude more than the crime itself. It's just that blatant arrogance and just making a mockery of the whole thing while in the chamber, different attitude. Then you go back on your show and crap all over everything. That's just stupid. It's like, oh, I, I didn't, I didn't think they'd watch it. Well, somebody did. Gee, you don't think people who watch a show would rat you out, huh? No. Again, you're stupid. But that's what he did. So what? So yeah, what's next? Will it be the Steel Toe Gospel Hour? After his sabbatical, that will really show him the error of his ways, and he comes out truly born again. Or he does the time, and he comes out and immediately violates the probation, and then it's like a year, isn't it, or something like that? He screws that up. So, And will he be able to actually no longer work with, as he says, uh, a certain personality who is even worse at keeping his mouth shut than he is? I don't know. If he can do that, well, he might have a chance. But I don't know. He's pretty stupid on his own. You really can't put it on someone else. I mean, you can in some circumstances, but odds are he's not even going to be able to hold to this deal. And that's the thing about deals. It's a two-way street. We're going to offer you this provided you behave. Okay, great. Well, you got to actually behave. Huh? Yeah. And it's like, oh, yeah, I got that wrong. Can I have a do-over? No. Off to jail you go. So there you go. Now all it needs is Photoshop color. Oh, yes. That would be nice. Oh, doop-a-doop-a-doo, doop-a-doo, doop-a-doo. Nope, none of that. Okay. Hit the like button, says Nodak. That's right. Susan Dolan says, hi, James Brown. Well, yeah, it was his song. Did I say someone else did it? I mean, I was talking about the movie. Is there a band called Reservoir Dogs? I don't know. I did like the comment. He walks like Napoleon Dynamite runs. Yes. That's what he did. I mean, what is that? I mean, I don't know. Did he injure his arms? Oh my God. Say Ranger, the Beatles song She's Got a Ticket to Ride, But She Don't Care is a song I liked. And I'm reminded of it by the AI song Mr. Nailsin Don't Care, which I also like. Yeah, that's an old one. I haven't played it in a while. Nodak, is it Schizo Sean? I thought it was Schizo Sean. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I got that wrong too. And I think it's, plus I spelled it as Sean, but I'm probably wrong there too. So I apologize. And this is a pretty bad drawing, I'm sure. But look, I'm doing the best I can. Senator, hey, Doug, how much cash for an audience member to call in and tell you stories for an hour or two? Let me know your price. I'm just curious. No reason. Well, there's a reason. You want to tell stories. Well, I don't know. I suppose it's possible I could use the line in and plug that right into a soundboard. It probably would work. I don't know. It's all erratic and stuff for when I'd be able to get set up and stuff. So I wouldn't want to, say, hey, we'll do that. And then I can't, and it gets screwed up and whatnot. So it's not a bad idea. It's pretty good, but this is a hobby, I mean, these other shows are, if it's not a major supplement to their income, it's the income, I'm here for the fun. If it turns into something else, well, great. But probably not going to happen. But anyway, I'll keep it in mind. St. Ranger says hi to Susan. Susan says, what, Doug? You didn't think Killer Clowns from Outer Space was funny? Oh, yeah, it's been a while since I've seen that one. Yeah. But see, that's a joke on the whole thing, but still. I don't know. I mean, a lot of clowns and the faces and stuff, they look like skulls and everything. I can understand, kids being frightened by them. I'm trying to remember. Did I? I think there was one time I got scared. It was like a Halloween party at elementary school, and I think the principal put on he had a clown mask, and there was the door to the classroom just had this little window in it. Then all of a sudden he jumps up, his head's in the window, and he's going, brr, or something like that. And I was freaked out. It's embarrassing, But I was, what was I? 7, 8? I don't know. I was scared. People in bunny suits I never gave much thought about until, the Playboy bunnies. I don't get scared of those. I get something else. But of course, if a man was in the suit, then yes, that would be scary. St. Ranger movies, I think, are funny. It's a mad world. Yeah, been a while since I've seen that one too. I believe the final appearance of the Three Stooges. The Man Who Knew Too Little. Haven't seen that one. Mr. Right, Let It Ride, Animal House, all that. My Name is Nobody. Well, that's an odd name. You really shouldn't. Parents really need to take some amount of consideration of the names they're going to bestow upon their progeny like that, Those are movies that I still find funny. Always. Well, that's good. A funny movie usually does stay funny, even after you've seen it hundreds of times. I mean, it'll never be as great as the first time. And that's true of everything. But still, it gives you that moment to relive, Pell says, hey, Nodak. Susan says, hey. Nodak says something. I don't know. Yeah, Pell just saw a ST clip. Steel toe clip. He is really not working with Gina. Well, yeah, I did see that one. That's true. That was on Mersh. He was playing that one. And he says, yeah, I really don't approve of him and stuff. and all that sort of thing. So can he maintain that? Because, okay, that's one problem, one hurdle he can avoid and take care of as he goes forward, not to violate his probation. But anything concerning this ordeal with the Ricadas and all that, he's got to steer clear of that. Can he do it? Pellel indeed. Well, he's saying hi to Susan. And Pellel, he said you do 10 of 15. The 2 times served equals you do 10 of the 15. All right, so it wasn't a total of 15. So you're looking at 10, but that's still, why do they eliminate? Because that's 7 days they're taking out of there. You know? So you do 10, you take the 2, you get 8. This is Aaron math. So this is movie math. I don't know, but is there an automatic removal? 5 days? I don't know. Anyway, Nodak, another win for the Lord. LOL, Lord is up there like Will Smith. Keep my name out of your fucking mouth. Yeah. Could be. You know? That's one of those things with the passages, you know, but my Lord, I praised you and said you changed my life and everything. And he says, I don't know you, dude. Pello Aaron is like Carm. Yeah, there's some similarities. Not just the regional location and all that. They both have massive egos that shut them off from insight or logic. Yeah. Yeah. Pellel, it's Schizo Sean. Okay. That's almost spelled like Sitzo Sean, but so he does spell it with the AW in. Okay. St. Ranger, think on it. No rush. Oh, you mean the call in and stuff. Yeah. Pellel Claus? No, clowns scared me more as an adult for some reason. Well, lately, there's been a lot of people like to dress up and all that. Nodak, what about the Donnie Darko bunny? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Oddly enough, never seen the movie. Gonna have to take care of that. I recently rewatched Duel because I thought, hey, I'll look at the Steven Spielberg horror movies. It is a horror movie. I do count it as one. But it was his breakout TV movie. It's good. It's great. And rewatching it, yeah. All that for young Steven Spielberg. And then, of course, Jaws. I'm not going to throw Poltergeist into it because he produced it, even though it has a lot of Spielberg influence in it and everything. But he didn't direct it. But there was another movie in between Jaws and Duel. And this is one I've never seen yet. So I'm going to have to get time to watch that. And I'm thinking, well, do I review it on the Nailsin Show and then later a video, or just do it in the video? Probably just do it in the video. But it's a movie called Something Evil. So I'll check that one out and see what the deal is there. And speaking of Schizo, that I remember hearing about this movie. It's an old 70s horror movie about this woman saying she's being stalked and everybody thinks she's crazy or something. I'll probably check that out too. I don't know. And by a staggering coincidence, it features an actress who played a troubled, crazy young lady in Space 1999, which I reviewed the entire show on the Nailsin Show. That's right. Susan Dolan says, St. Ranger, my favorite comedies were Pirate Radio, Hard Day's Night, Help, Rocky Horror Picture Show, and A Night at the Circus. Worth it to see Groucho sing Ladea, the Tattooed Lady. Well, I've seen Hard Day's Night, Help, and Rocky Horror Picture Show, but the others, no, I have not seen them. Pellel, not dealing with Gino is a good life lesson for everyone at any time. Pellel, he said 10 days, 2 days already served is how he gets 8. But everyone else is saying that the court decision was 15 days. You know? So I'm not understanding how he gets the other 5 out. If everyone's mistaken and he was only handed 10 days and then the 2, well, yeah, then 8 days makes sense. Pellel, thou shalt keepeth my name out of thy fuckish mouth. Yes. Saint Ranger loved Beatles movies as a kid and teen. Same for Marx Brothers. Yeah, the Marx Brothers was an influence over the whole idea. That's what they were going for in those movies, especially Hard Day's Night. I liked Help a lot when it came out. Hard to find now. I watch Yards Night still. Have it on DVD, but it came out on Apple PC Video. Yeah. Now, I usually don't promote Disney Plus that much, but I assume it's still on there. But they had this excellent remastered and with new footage over the Let It Be recordings, which they did release a film. But this is far more expansive. It's very long. It's 3 episodes of them producing those songs. They were going to do this. Initially, Paul McCartney wanted to go back on tour. George and John were dead set against this. And he tried to compromise. He said, what if we just did a couple of clubs or something? He said, well, I don't know. And then eventually he came to the idea, hey, let's do an album, but we won't do any studio editing or whatnot. We will tape ourselves performing the songs live, and it'll be this live album. And we could document the whole thing and make a film out of it. And so they said, okay, we'll go with that. So that was the idea for Let It Be. Originally, it was going to be called Get Back, which, of course, the Get Back song is featured in there. And the idea being the beginnings of the end for the band was already clearly there. And McCartney was like, we need to get back to the band we were. And so hence the term Get Back and all that. I'm sure you've probably seen the photographs of them from that building, them looking over the balcony. They did it when they were younger, and then they did it in their current age at the time, and that would have been the cover for it. You know, look, we're going to get back. All that sort of stuff. Well, the whole thing was a mess trying to produce and everything. And then eventually the album came out. Abbey Road is actually their final album that they did. But Let It Be was released after that, which they got Phil Spector to come in instead of George Martin. And of course, McCartney did not like that. He added strings and studio shenanigans to it, which defeated the point of it. It was supposed to be this pure live recording of the album and all that. But it's a fascinating thing to watch. They were able to use AI to decipher conversations they were having with each other, and it's really cool. So you can hear them talking in between, working on their tracks and whatnot. And a real cool moment is you see the moment of Paul McCartney creating the song Get Back. He's working on it. Sounds very, very different. And he's just messing around on his guitar to get it. And eventually he gets there and he makes the song. It's a really cool thing to see. But the whole movie, especially if you're a Beatle fan and just, certainly a fan of the era and rock and roll music and all that, it's a great, it's actually 3 episodes long. And they're very long. I forget the exact running time of them, but it's a very cool thing to watch. So I do recommend it. St. Ranger Lydia, the Tattooed Lady, is a funny Marx Brothers song. I heard a great Marx Brothers story. Next comment will be share it. All right. Well, we'll look forward to that one. All right, I think I've applied all the ink to these characters. So the only thing left to do is to go over into Photoshop. Uh, where's my other? Is that it? Yeah, there he is. See it? Oh wait, you can't see it. There he is. So I did this one some time ago when he was first facing shenanigans, just as a goof, not knowing he would actually have to go to jail and all that. So there he is. Changed the name to Sore Toe. Of course, someone on X said it's not his toe that's going to be sore. Giggle tee. So there is that one, and used it for a recent Photoshop of Aaron in jail. Yeah, yeah. Well, then these things do happen. It's a big pile of poo. And that's the thing about shit. It happens even when you really don't want it to. Well, especially when no one ever wants it to. Anyway, this in and all that good stuff. So stick around.
Sometimes I feel fat and unattractive. But then I go shop at Walmart, where the average customer is at least 400 pounds, and I'm nowhere near in that ballpark, so I feel great. Thank you, Walmart.
Yes, Walmart, where you can simply look around and feel better about yourself. Unless, of course, you're a regular. This is a Nailsin News Bulletin. Ohio sex worker had more than 200 clients while knowing she was HIV positive. Hello, I'm Mr. Nailsin. Yes, an Ohio hooker allegedly had contact with more than 200 clients despite knowing she was HIV positive, and state officials are warning anybody who engaged in risky business with her to come forward and get tested. Linda Lasissis, 30, had contact with at least 211 clients, a little more than 200, from multiple states in the 2 years since January 1st, 2022, which is around the time when she took an HIV test and learned she was positive for the potentially deadly virus. Lasissis solicited most of those clients on Market Street in Marietta, a small city in southeast Ohio on the border of West Virginia. But the possibly infected people are believed to be spread across the East Coast. This case could stem anywhere from Florida up the East Coast. There are local individuals that we will be reaching out to. Washington County Sheriff's Office Chief Deputy Mark Warden said in a press conference. Police have begun calling through known clients of Lasissis to alert them of the situation, and also are urging anybody else who may have had contact with her to reach out to authorities. They're not in trouble. This is a public health awareness. This is not a scam, said Warren. Anybody who may have been with Lasissis is asked to be brutally honest with officials. Marietta Belpre Health Department is a judgment-free zone with full confidentiality. Relatives of Lasissis, clients, and anybody who had sexual contact with them are also vulnerable to the risky business. Lasissis was arrested for soliciting sex on Market Street, after which police learned she was HIV positive and had known for more than 2 years. The next day, she was indicted for engaging in solicitation after a positive HIV test, a third-degree felony. Interestingly enough, if she had plied her trade in progressive California, she probably wouldn't be charged at all. Yeah, it's a nasty thing she did, but she had to make a living, and besides, you take one good look at her, and, well, you get what you paid for. This has been a Nailsin News Bulletin.
ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We're going to be delayed for a little bit as we are waiting for your top flight attendant, Hot Biscuit. Waiting on Hot Biscuit.
Oh, baby, the wait is over. Your prayers have been answered. That's right. Hot Biscuit is on the plane.
That's right, America. Yes, when you fly the friendly skies of Hot Biscuit Airlines, you get a little something extra.
Yeah, baby. Watch me strut. Ooh, yeah.
Hot Biscuit.
It's said that King Arthur was Britain's greatest ruler. Well, he got the throne by pulling a sword out of a rock. This gave him a massive hernia. He turned to Merlin, but eating rat tails and rubbing frog guts all over will not cure a hernia. Anyway, he couldn't fuck all that well on account of his condition. So his wife turned to Lancelot. Yeah, he hired a guy named Lancelot to guard his horny wife. So Lancelot lanced her, a lot. Meanwhile, Arthur got seduced by his sister, and their inbred offspring did him in. It's all sad if not so stupid. Still, though, Britain would be better off with a ruler like Arthur today.
All right, we're back for more shenanigans and fun here. So as you see, I have been doing some Photoshops. This one was a merch idea of Kevin Brennan as Vigo the Carpathian from Ghostbusters 2. My spirit's gonna invade that baby. And I'm gonna suck on Sigourney Weaver's tats. So that would be the plot there. It's pretty much the painting from the movie, and I just put his face in there. See? And there's, that's me. Say he's got quite the stylish mullet there. Yet still, it does have that space there that he has. All right. Well, anyway, that was a merch idea, and I thought, you know what? It's pretty damn funny. I just got to do this. So I did. So here's that same, the little figure of steel toe from an earlier Photoshop that I did. So I kept it because you never know, it might come in handy. And it did, So there's an AI depiction of jail. I thought, there'd be the hallway. He's got to walk towards his cell, I don't think it'll be that dilapidated looking. There was several selections, but most of them look like medieval dungeons and stuff, It's like, no, I don't think it'll be like that. And I don't know if they wear orange. Maybe they do because a lot of them went back to the old-fashioned stripes, But some of them have like green stripes, orange stripes, crap like that. But a lot of them just stick with the orange, usually, sometimes yellow, But so I don't know what the deal is in that Minnesota jail that he's got to go to. Here is the actual, with the arms down, with the Napoleon Dynamite run, walking to jail. And this one was the closest one that didn't look like the doors. I mean, it does look like the doors to a medieval dungeon, but it did say county jail on it. That was, well, the N was actually an R because AI is still stupid and still can't figure out how to spell. It's you got to put the emphasis on artificial, not the intelligence part, but it'll get there. It'll get there. And then that'll be the end of mankind. So anyway, so there's the door. He's strutting to, oh no. What horrors lay beyond the door? So there you go. There he is. I had to add a little shadow for his foot there. Oops. Grabbed the wrong one. There he is. See, like that. And, well, that's Aaron. I don't know what the hell this says, but it's just stupid AI, so who knows? It might be some secret magic word. If you decipher it, well, you unlock the secrets of the universe or some crap like that. I don't know. So there we go. That's the Photoshops inspired by Aaron. And there's, the cartoon of him in his black suit. Why? Why me? And we may never know. We may never know. Well, we do know. But some people take comfort in denial. Oh, yes. It's one of the great defense systems of the world. So there we go. This is where I set this up for the filters and stuff. So I increase all the black lines in there. And then, oh my God, look what it did. Oh, good Lord, this is terrible. So then you take it out ever so slightly. Ever so. Damn it, don't do that. All right, good enough. Then I add the dry brush. Well, maybe I could put it at that level. Let's see. When I do that, yeah, all right, that worked out. And it solidifies all the black. So it's almost as if I'm a real cartoonist, Thanks, Photoshop. Couldn't have done it without you. I mean, yeah, it could, but it would be all kind of. Yeah, it looks like somebody did this with a ballpoint pen. Shut up. I mean, you're right, I did, but. Oops. Oh, my goodness. We can't have that. So I don't know what color hair he has. So, and the bunny cape looked kind of yellow, I think, at least in the picture I saw. I don't know if he has multiple suits and stuff. So, I'm just guessing when it comes to Sean here. So we'll just have to do the best we can. And isn't that all anyone really asks? Well, they better. So we do this, we do that, and then it's great. No, it is. And I don't know what that's there for, but it's there now. It's there now. And that's all that matters. So now we'll add the Flash to Schizo Sean. And we'll move over here. Ooh. Damn, I've been fooled again. Oh, the bane of my existence. Incomplete lines. How dare you? You tried to defeat me, Mr. Nailsin? Damn it! Oh, look what you've done. You distracted me. All right, there we go. So do this. And we'll move this over like that. And to keep skin color consistent, we'll just take it from other parts. Right there and put that on his forehead. I don't know what color the phone is. I just assume it's probably black, but he's outdoors, so it's kind of look gray. Probably something like that. There he is. See, in this day and age, we all know that he's holding the phone, right? Not that he's holding some stick and threatening these elderly deputies with, No, he's not doing that. Crap, I've already forgotten their uniforms. I think it was like a tan color.
doesn't really matter. It doesn't. You know why? Because this is Aaron's day. It's really all about Aaron. We can't. Oh. You think this will end me? You think I'll just give up and go away? Well, you're wrong. There we go. Oh, look at that. You got a little stain there. We can't have that. Come on. You got to represent the county and all that stuff. All right. Here's the little patch. There's the badge. Well, I don't know if they had those, but we're going to go with it. We'll do that. I see you. You almost got me that time, but I was a little quicker on the draw. Oh, yeah. There we go. Now, I must complete the line. No matter what you do, hold that line. Crap, I don't know, I guess. This one will do. We'll do something like that. I don't even know what the hell I'm looking at here. What was I doing? I mean, he's supposed to have... Oh, that's her belt. All right. We'll go back here. I don't know. Damn it. You see how it tasks me. It tasks me. But I shall win in the end. Oh, yes. You might wonder, but how? What is victory? The completion of the art, of course. It's trying to make me quit like a coward. Like to simply yield and go away and hide. But no. This will not be. All right. Yeah. There we do. Whoops, she's not bald. Yeah, you expect me to acknowledge every time you trick me? No, I don't have to. No. That's all, folks. I guess that's would be the shirt on that. I don't know what the hell. What? It'd be nice if I could remember what the hell I was doing, but I can't. There we go. Whoop! Oh! From hell's heart, I stab at thee. All right. So we'll just gray this out. That'll be her hair. That's right. Oh, who says you're old? You're not old, honey. You're not. You're as cute as a butt. Look at you. Oh, yeah, well, there you go. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So there we go. And you back off, bunny man. We got to protect this future prisoner of the county lockup. No, I'm totally going to beat this, guys. Yeah, 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 they all say that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There we go. See, I'm not even going to do anything, but that's pretty accurate right there. Well, look, he can't do anything about that. It's just life, you know. Not that that particularly matters now. Oh, what's all this crap? Oh, what did you drag into the courtroom? You rub your feet on the mat? Or... Anyway. Oops, oops, oops. This. Yeah, there we go. All right, there's the tie. And all this goodness. There we go. Aha! Who thought I wouldn't see this? Just because I miss most of it doesn't mean you have any inclination to assume I'll screw it up again. Cannot tolerate Photoshop programs and my own drawings mocking me. All right. Now I have to take a short break because my hand went numb. Bring it back. Bring it back. There we go. That's so much better. Yes, this happens on occasion. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Oh, here we go. We do this. We do that. Please don't let the bunny man talk to me. No, no. Well, at least it's a guy in a bunny outfit. Still kind of odd that, you know, this freaks him out. But, you know, Opie says he doesn't comb his hair because he was traumatized, I guess, by his mother about having to comb his hair. And so now he just doesn't comb his hair. I mean, what? You just can't deal with it. Oh. All right. I mean, it's his hair, but yeah, I don't know what to make of that. Whereas Toe here, well, there's this guy. He's in this outfit, and it doesn't look normal. So it's hard to deal with, you know. It is. So he needed this elderly couple to, you know, protect him. And I guess they did. Except, well, I mean, he was, Schizo was able to sit right behind him, as I understand it, in the courtroom. So, I don't know. I guess he figures at least I have this moment of triumph. Yeah. But look, all Schizo was doing was trying to get the story here. This was your chance to tell the adoring public your side and all that. Plus, you know, inquiring minds do want to know, is this to be considered another win for the Toe? It's an obvious question. It's, you know, it's not the end of the world. Even if he just said, hey, no comment. That's the usual thing. And he's like, well, he responded. Yeah. But whatever. I mean, does this end his potential political career? I don't see why it would. So there we go. I don't know what dialogue to put here. I think it'll work just, like that. I guess I'll have to go and look for some background art and have AI come up with the courthouse again. Something like that. And, he's like, get him away, no. But there he is, cowering in fear of a man in a bunny cape. I mean, I assume his answer would be, yeah, this is a win for the toe. I mean, now at the time, he might not have known for sure. But he's just like, oh, I thought it would have been a lot worse than, I don't know. Did you think they still publicly flog people? Maybe that. Whatever. There you go. Cartoon Toe versus the Bunny Man. St. Ranger says, Chico Marx was at a dinner with all kinds of actors and Hollywood folks, and Chico was talking to some old fancy rich dame, and he finally crudely told her he really wanted to fuck her. She replied, oh, Captain Infinity Time Travel Police Officer Cuppa replied to Chico Marx, and so you shall, dear boy, and so you shall. I think that's funny. Well, yeah, it sounds like Chico really scored there. And all he had to do was just be upfront about it. And he said, hey, guess what I want to do? Did she guess right? She did. She did. Yeah. It's only a text one. Yeah, text. Okay. From Pell Nelson News for $10. Why, thank you, Pello. Greatly appreciated. And there's more Nelson news on the way. Boy, do I got to plow through some stories there. Probably tomorrow night. Yeah. I mean, I got to do the pop culture breakdown show. I'll need to take a little break after that, and then I'll come back in and we'll go through it. All the types of characters and stories you've come to know and love, courtesy of Nelson News. So anyway, thanks again, Pell. I really appreciate that. Pell says, LOL, Walmart freaks. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's just pretty standard. So, Ranger, my blood is positive. AB positive. Pell St. Ranger, is that rare? I think I'm O something, universal donor type. O negative, like me. That's the universal donor. Yeah, everybody can have my blood. Come and get it. No, Tom, I need it. St. Ranger, AB positive is somewhat rare. Yeah, I believe so. But don't worry, I can donate blood to you. It's diabetic blood, but it wouldn't give you diabetes. Anyway, St. Ranger, I think O blood can be given to anyone, universal donor. I think AB POs can take any type blood, universal recipient. Oh, maybe that's the case. Yeah, I think so. So there you go. You're doing all right. Pell, Arthur's wife has a nice rack. She should try out for our Carm AI dance video. Yeah, I guess so. Lugs. Hi, Lugs. Glad I caught you, Doug. How's it hanging, everybody? It's hanging long and nasty. Yeah. Part-time planting. Great colored jumpsuit. Where can I get one? Gator Traz? Actually, that one is from a costume shop. You go through these online costume stores, and it's be able to just take those as models for quite a few Nailsin news stories. And such was the case for Aaron there. It's an actual costume. So I don't know. Used to be Party City, but they went bankrupt. There's actually a place called HalloweenCostumes.com, and you can check those out. Amazon, of course, will have a bunch of those. So, yeah, if you want the orange jumpsuit for Halloween, which is now upon us, that's what you do. Lugs, little to the left, me too. Part-time planting, oi. Pellel, all the diabetes blood work I got, it should be burned in the back of my brain. I can't remember if I'm positive or negative. Part-time planting. Doug, part-time planting. Chat, part-time planting. Thumbs up. Susan says, hi, part-time planting. And Lugs, salutes. And part-time planting also salutes. Pellel salutes part-time planting, part-time. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Mersh playing Little Green Bag from Reservoir Dogs over this was making me laugh my ass. Yeah, it was perfect. I mean, he's exactly right. I think the original, they were playing Staying Alive and all. I said, no. It's that. But his arms hanging out. What the hell? It's always something. He's always something. One thing you can say about Stilto, he does provide at his great expense, but still, Pellet Rocco said he has an impressive head of hair from the back. Yes. And which will go great if he ever wants to look into the hair transplant this thing. They could probably pluck quite a few follicles out of there and artistically place them where the hair naturally grows and on the top of his head there. And there you go. And he can show off his thick mane. Lugs, LOL. Nodak, he should just rebrand the Steel Bar Morning Show. His girlfriend could still be SP Slammer Piece. Well, there's all kinds of possibilities. Lugs, the recurring theme of so many ridiculous personalities constantly claiming victory while being humiliated is getting to me. Yeah, I know. It's but it is a classic case of denial. Right there in front of your eyes. Lugs, it's such a strange survival strategy. It's shuffling the deck chairs, On the Titanic, they shuffle the deck chairs. And drowned. Part-time planting. I thought stick. Pellel, the best defense? Deny reality. Yeah. I guess between the two, it might get closer to Karmic because he does break down and cry and stuff. Yeah. Then he gets a phone call, come see me. It's all good again. I don't know. I can't stop noticing Tilto's talking like Karmic and vice versa. He has a few IQ points on Karmic. Oh, yes. But I kept expecting Aaron to say, much to the chagrin of everyone. Yeah. And eventually a digression will happen. Luke's Batman utility belt. With the deputies. They do. Yes. Cops wear utility belts. Yeah. Pellel at Luke's. We mentioned that earlier. Karim and Stilto are the same as far as huge egos that don't let them be insightful or actually understand logic. Aaron is more pompous and Karim is more emotional, in my humble opinion. No, that's absolutely accurate. That's the strange thing about Karmic. He's very emotional and can collapse from time to time, and yet at the same time have extreme arrogance, But I don't know. It's not, the denial comes into play all over the place. Lugs, I was missing Pat's commentary today. He'll have lots of material when he returns. Oh, no doubt. It just keeps on giving, Pelle Carm's podcast today, he was acting as if nothing was wrong. Again? I guess he made money and is now seeing Felicia in Pennsylvania. Yes. That's what he did with viewers' money while he said, my God, it's terrible. I feel awful. Yeah. All right. But hey, the saga continues. So there'll be a new adventure for Carm. Pelle, from what I understand, know that Doug's biggest enemy is incomplete lines. He's going to hate this. Frankly, my dear, I don't. Oh. Well, what are you going to do? Luke's Rocco, totally out of character, just kept calling Carm ARTRD again. And a fucking idiot for it, laughing my ass off. Sounded genuinely angry at him. Yeah, well, look, you try and you try. Eventually, you got to stop trying. You're not going to get through that brick wall. You're not. So at least you could say, well, I tried. And you did. That's that. Lugs, I think the visual gag of how Aaron is standing is strong enough on its own. Yeah, pretty. Pelle just confirmed it is Schizo Sean, not Sean with a W. All right. Well, at least I got that right, Oh, wow, St. Ranger, thank you very much. A Rumble Rat, $25. Hey, Doug, last night, Pam and I both were listening when you said, well, I guess no super tips tonight. Oh, yeah. Well, I check them before I take off or whatever while I'm doing all this. If they're not there, well, all right. Because to explain why I suddenly paused to go look at it. I should keep it in a separate tab so it can easily see, that way it'll pop up right in front of me. Yeah, I'm stupid. Anyway, Pelle, yeah, friggin' October 1st. Yes, it is Halloween month. So I got to do all these. I'm going to be reviewing horror movies, doing more or less Halloween themed audio plays. The Cruise. I've already taped the dialogue for the latest episode of that. That'll be on the Nailsin Show. Kinda, sorta, Sun King and Night Knight are dealing with stuff like that, but damn it. I really wanted to at least craft a Frankenstein audio play or Werewolf Detective. The long overdue Werewolf Detective. And I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. Because to do it right, I would want Pat to come in and play Werewolf Detective. So it's the kind of thing I would have needed to already record tracks like a couple of months ago, really, to get other people involved, Odds are, really can't do it. Now, of course, there's AI, but I don't know. Nodak, give a damn. There, Doug, I showed you mercy, LOL. The long pause to lessen the sting and bite. Fate. My ever ongoing war with incomplete lines. Anyway. All right, there we go. Thanks, St. Ranger and Pelle for the super tip and St. Ranger for the Rumble Rant. Hey, look at that. I made some bank tonight. That's nice. That gives you a warm, fuzzy feeling inside. Well, the warmth. The fuzzy? But I'll take it. So there we go. I'll do something with this cartoon. It'll be a part of the forthcoming issue of Doodleverse Comics. Got quite a few already. And we'll put in my doodles from Methville. Some of those in there. Stuff like that. It'll be a nifty little art book. And I'm hoping to make it a lot bigger than the last one. So that'll be fun. And that's what we all have to look forward to. So anyway, enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy October. Oh boy, get in the mood for Halloween and stuff, and horror movies and stuff like that'll be fun. Any Halloween parties you go to, that'll be cool too. I do recommend Weapons, that recent one. That one was pretty damn good. That's another thing. I see, that tells you which one's the better. The final Conjuring movie, I saw that. It's all right. But Weapons, that one was really good. So there you go. See? Recommendations and all that good stuff. So there we are. That's this edition of Nailsin Drawing Something. And I did, right in front of you. You all saw it. We all know it. It's true. It's true. And we'll do it again, but another, oh my God. So many stories, so little time. Where the hell is my theme song? There it is. Nodex says Rocktober. Well, yeah. Plus, there's a lot of Halloween themed rock songs too. You know, Weapons, is that a movie title? Yes, it's a brand new movie. It just came out, I don't know, a couple of months ago. I don't know. It probably is available to stream. It's probably like you got to rent it on Amazon or something. But eventually it'll be on Max because it's a HBO Max. It's a Warner Brothers outfit. So you can check that out. I like Weapons. Well, yeah, they come in handy. Pillow, my favorite month of the year. Yeah, I got to admit, it's pretty much become mine too, you know. Plus, I just like the fall weather. I like fall and spring. Not a fan of summer and winter. Just not. No. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. It gets cold and it gets kind of stale, or it gets hot. I don't know what the hell I'm talking. I'm not going anywhere with that. So again, thanks for watching the show. We will visit again soon. And that's what we'll do. Yeah.